President Xi Jinping, General Secretary of the Communist Party of China. Excellencies, heads of states and governments, members of the Standing Committee of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in behalf of the Partido Demokratikong Filipino Lakas Bayan or PDP Laban and to the Filipino people, I congratulate the Communist Party of the People's Republic of China on this centennial founding anniversary. We join you in celebrating this important milestone marking a century of CPC's visionary leadership. The CPC oversaw China's extraordinary rise to prosperity, lifting over 800 million Chinese out of extreme poverty and driving a global growth in the process. This is a unique achievement by any standard, made possible by the collective and dedicated efforts of the Chinese people under the leadership of the CPC. Indeed, a sleeping dragon, no more. China has realized its dream of progress and prosperity for its people. With this came great power and equally immense responsibility. Therefore, we won't be any turning back. China has risen and will play an important role in the global affairs for decades to come. The world faces tremendous challenges, from COVID-19 to climate change and various security threats. While we see difficulties, we also glean many opportunities from greater cooperation and solidarity. I thank the Chinese government for its timely assistance that has helped the Philippines contain the COVID-19 pandemic and restart its economy. We value the friendships, ties between PDP Laban and the CCP that have grown significantly over the years. To further build mutual trust and confidence, we must sustain our constructive dialogue and peaceful engagement. This is crucial as the bilateral relations between our two countries expand and deepen. We count on China as a friend and a partner for peace and development. We trust in the collective wisdom of the great Chinese nation, that China will use its newfound strength in defense of what is good and just for all humanity. After all, we exist in one global village. Our destinies are inextricably linked with each other. Peace and prosperity, therefore, must be shared and enjoyed by all. The ties between the Filipino people and Chinese peoples are deep and enduring. They will remain so as long as we continue to value win-win cooperation, amity, and mutual respect. Thank you.
General Secretary of the Communist Party of China, President Xi Jinping, members of the Central Committee of the CPC, leaders from political parties from around the world, comrades and friends. It is indeed a great honor and privilege on behalf of the 109-year-old African National Congress of South Africa to convey to the Communist Party of China revolutionary greetings on the great and solemn occasion of its centenary. This is indeed a joyous occasion for the people not only of China, but of the world. For us as South Africans, this is a particularly auspicious moment because we are this month also celebrating the 100th anniversary of the formation of the South African Communist Party and close ally of the ANC. The South African Communist Party is a revolutionary organization that played a central role in our struggle for freedom and democracy. We are here today representing movements from different parts of the world, but we share a common desire for peace, for understanding, for progress and development. Many of us who are participating in this summit owe a great debt of gratitude to the Communist Party of China for its unwavering support and solidarity as we have fought for liberation and independence, and as we have worked to develop our nations together. We applaud the CPC's internationalist policies, which over the course of many decades have promoted multilateralism, understanding, and peace. As Africans, we deeply appreciate the progressive policies that China has pursued in supporting the development of our continent, Africa, and the aspirations of our people. We do this convinced and convicted that indeed China has been a good friend and a loyal friend to many of us on the African continent. Through measures like the Belt and Road Initiative and extensive skills development, China continues to support economic reform, instructive development, enhanced trade, and greater integration amongst African economies. We therefore welcome and commend the declaration by President Xi Jinping that the party will continue to work with all peace-loving countries and peoples to promote shared human values of peace, development, fairness, justice, democracy, and freedom. We concur with President Xi Jinping that we must continue working to promote the building of a human community with a shared future. As the world confronts the coronavirus pandemic, we are called upon to give material effect to the principles of unity, compassion, and solidarity. We are called upon to use our multilateral institutions to bridge the huge divide that exists between wealthy countries and poorer nations in access to medicines, vaccines, diagnostics, and other essential supplies. At this moment, we need to work together as never before to ensure that no person is denied access to COVID-19 vaccines because of where in the world they live, because of their gender, their race or language, or because of their personal circumstances. As political parties from across the world, we need to take a firm stand against vaccine imperialism and vaccine nationalism, not only because it is morally indefensible, but because it will defer for many years the end of this pandemic that the world is facing. As the African continent, we are seeking the support of the nations of the world for our efforts to secure vaccines for our citizens, to develop our own vaccine manufacturing capacity, and to secure a TRIPS waiver at the World Trade Organization to rapidly expand global vaccine production. We would like to use this opportunity to thank the government and the people of China for the generous provision of vaccines, personal protective equipment, and other vital medical supplies for our continental response to COVID-19. We listened with intent as President Xi Jinping explained the journey of building a moderately prosperous China, the realization of the first century goal. We are inspired by the progress that China has made to eradicate absolute poverty in the largest developing economy on the planet. The historic achievements of the CPC have been made more possible because it has placed the needs and the interests of the people at the center of its work. We wholeheartedly endorse the statement by President Xi Jinping that the people are the true heroes, for it is they who create history. As the African National Congress, we are honored to have a strategic relationship with the Communist Party of China and regard the CPC as a true and reliable and valued friend. I thank you and I say congratulations for the achievement of your 100 years of existence. May the CPC exist for another 100 years. Thank you very much.